Welcome to the show, everybody. Well, I've got exciting news. Very, very exciting news. So, Scott and I, not that Scott, but the other Scott, we're going to go on a little adventure today. Yeah, I got that perfectly good front half of an 806 sitting out here and a perfectly destroyed, terrible back half of an 806 back here with one tire on the wrong way. And I'm going to solve all the problems in the world. Wow, it's dark in here. So friends, in my travels as a crop insurance guy, and I gotta tell you, this is one of the reasons I always keep the job. One, I like the job, so I guess there's more than one reason. But two, I get to go to all these farms and I get to see everything they've got in their fence row. I can't tell you how many times I go and check a field or whatever, and some farmers got all these awesome goodies just rotting away. And that's like, what are you gonna say? Can I buy that from you? And the answer is usually yes. So hence where I get a lot of my stuff. Well, guys, this last week did not disappoint. So I went up north, went to look at a field for a fella, and nice guy, been working with him for several years here. Well, so I get up to his farm and we hop in his pickup so he can take me out to the affected field, and he says, "Hey, my nephew wants to meet you. He follows you on YouTube." And I said, "Oh, well, outstanding. I would love to meet him back." So he says, "And I think I got just the thing that you need." Well, now he's got my gears turning. So we go look at his field and come back up through, and voila, here I find this gem. Got to looking at it. It's got everything mine needs and then some. And we talked about it a little bit. He said it went through an engine, went through another engine. It had been TA deleted, which I think I'd rather, doesn't matter. I'd rather have a TA in it. So that's fine, but the rear end is not shot like mine is. The transmission, the rest of it is not shot like mine is. It actually works just fine with being TA deleted. He said it blew an engine, then it blew another engine, and they just decided that they weren't going to put any more engines in it and just use it for parts. Because the second engine that went in, it was not an 806 engine after all. So, guys, sometimes the stars just align. So, I have recruited Scott to help me out with another adventure today, and we're gonna go grab his trailer and pickup and go for a ride. Now guys, this couldn't have worked out any better because you know as well as I do, I really wanted to make that 806 like brand new again. Downside is I didn't want to dump 10 grand into a, I don't know, $8,000 tractor. Not that I was planning on selling it or anything, but at the same time, if I could spend 5 grand on another one that I didn't have to put 10 grand into and make it great, well, it just, you can see where I'm going with this, guys. The benefit just would never have outweighed the cause, and I'd have a lot of work into a mediocre at best tractor with a few good parts in it. So he made me a heck of a deal on the rear half of this tractor. So I was like, wow, man, these things are just going to work out now. So I'll be able to get the 806 done to how I want it, and it won't cost me 3 times what the tractor's worth. I might have 3 times more work in it than I ever wanted to put into it, but at the same time, guys, that's what I do, so that's all right with me. Let's go get Scott and get rolling. Well, you're not fluffy, but you're still kitty. Like I said, guys, Scott's the John Deere guy. He's got more of these 2-cylinder tractors than I'll ever have or want to have. So having him around to help me out with those 2 cylinders has been quite handy, to say the least. Nope, I might have been wrong. You might have to come back another 2 inches, but it might slide on there. All right. Well guys, trailer's on. This is how all of our adventures start. Here we go. There she is, guys. That'll be the new back half of my old 806. There, we got a way to load it, a way to haul it. A couple buddies around here, so hopefully this will all come together here. So I'll need a few pieces off my other one. Obviously the brake components and the pumps, which I have on both of those. But guys, I got good gears in this one, which is something I don't have in the other. And I wanted to check, I didn't look, but hell, even that's in better shape. I'll change that anyway, I think, but it looks like it's in better shape. So I think everything's gonna work out good. I trust putting all the weight on just that hook. I think we're better off to go through the dipper. Yeah, yeah. He's got a lot of experience.
Yeah, sure. He's been at this a long time.
Right under it. I can let it store the tractor. I told him I wasn't, or he asked me if I wanted to buy the front end, and I told him I was.
The axle,
yeah, yep.
But probably out of market, so they don't have the brush log.
Probably should.
Taking the fender.
I didn't even know it was there, so. No, I got good fenders anyway, so. What's that? Just saying, Jerry, more you can do. If we need it or not, set her on. Let's ask Scott. Was there a way you want to put that on the trailer?
So don't fall off on the dick in here. That's gonna go on there just about perfect. You don't swing very good.
No.
Once it starts coming down.
Oh, perfect. Excellent. Well, guys, we're all loaded up here, locked on down. These guys did a heck of a good job with this little guy. Maybe I need to find one of these that don't start.
Yeah.
I could get myself into the excavating business here, but
Oh, yeah.
well, hey, I appreciate it very, very much.
No
And I'm
problem,
glad you were
anytime.
watching the videos and you told your uncle that, hey, he could use that. So
Exactly.
So,
Oh, great.
Yep.
yeah, well, that's gonna, like I say, that's gonna save me a whole bunch of headache and time. And like I say,
And
like,
hopefully some money in
yeah,
the long run.
yeah, definitely will save some money for sure. So, yeah, like Scott said, sometimes it takes two got to die to make one live. So
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
It's better off than just sitting in the field going with waste.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yep.
Yeah. It's good to see it go to good use.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it won't be.
806 will be resurrected.
Yep. It'll be. Won't be long now, and you won't even recognize it. So.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, you ready to hit the road, Scott?
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
Well, guys, as long as it don't wobble off there, we should be in good shape. What do we got? An hour and a half drive to get home.
Yeah, a little under.
Yep. Traffic's not too bad, so
You got room. We could have thrown that little case dozer.
we could have. That'd have been nice too. That 4150. He's got so many cool toys out here. I could play out here for days and not run out of stuff to do. All right, guys, pick you up when we get home. Well, guys, as the sun is setting, we're making headway. Tractor's still on the trailer. That's always the intended goal. So just getting a little splash of fuel and we're gonna get on our road. We made it, friends. Now the next obstacle is seeing if my little forklift will pick this heavy bastard off of here and put it somewhere else. There, that should give me enough room. See if I can sing out of there. I'm gonna try and just zip underneath this thing somehow and hopefully pick it up and set it out back till I can get a few things out of the other shop here and make some room for it. it's there. That's there. Your truck's empty.
We're empty.
Man, well, you know, that was almost as heavy as the planter.
It
was
it
pretty damn
probably
close.
felt worse than it looked. It really wasn't that bad, but
You know, when them back wheels come off the ground, you're like, ooh,
yeah,
ooh,
yeah,
ooh, ooh.
it's kind of like going over the edge on a roller coaster. You're all right.
Yep, yep,
You're just a little scared.
yeah. Well, once again, man, I appreciate all the help,
No
Scott.
problem, Joe.
Now we got to get this bee
Get the John Deere
fired
running.
up so we can get it the hell out of there, so I can get that in there,
Yep.
and we can start all the rest of this.
Fun
Process
fun
over
times
again.
all over again. Yes.
Yep. 806 is for everybody. Pieces for everyone.
Yeah. Everybody gets an 806.
Yeah. Well, friends, now that it's a day or two later, it ain't laying in the weeds anymore. And I got a little bit more light where I can see things. Let's have a look at this prize. So, like I said, the snout, this part here, is in quite a little bit better shape than the one I got. Again, probably we'll just replace that because that's not a super expensive part. What else do we got here? Looks like I got another pedestal. These gauges appear to be in a lot better shape than what I've got, and if they don't work, well, I got some backups here. What else? I do need to rob a brake part from mine, and obviously both pumps, but if I'm not mistaken, if you buy the TA repair kit, or you know, the kit that's got the TA, it comes with a new MCV, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta rob the PTO goodies off my other one, because I'll need that. The 3-point arms look like they've seen better days, but that's going to be the least of my worries for the moment. Obviously, I'm going to have to rob both fenders. The hydraulic goodies that go up here, I'm going to need all that from the other one. This side does have the brake housing. It's got the brake hydraulic, let's call that the master cylinder. I got pedals. Got an extra hood and an extra fuel tank. Okay, yep. So, shifters both work. So guys, it looks like I am pretty confident that I can now make a good tractor, or at least a tractor. You know, front half, back half, together as one with a few borrowed pieces from the junk parts. So I think I did the right thing here, friends. And like I said, I think this is going to be somewhat of a savings, because obviously I don't need to tear into the rear end of this one too much because it worked. As to where the one inside of there obviously does not work. So guys, that's where I am going to leave you today. I now have my work even more cut out for me. Got to get that little bee fired up. Maybe I'll work on that today. See if I can get that started, get that out of the shop so I can start pulling the big stuff in there and work on that. I still got a lot of corn to combine, so there's that. And one more little thing. Gosh, that 1150 is pretty. I had to take the duals off to make a little bit more room in here, and well, I don't really need them on here anyway, but never mind that now, guys. The other bee showed up here yesterday, so now I got this to work on. Now, unfortunately, this one is really, really, really rough. I don't know that I'll be doing any restoration projects on this tractor, but I am gonna see if I can get the engine to run. I've got the plugs out, and I took some advice, and this is something I've kind of always wanted to try anyway. She's full of evaporust, because this, just like the other one, left cylinder froze. Right cylinder is perfectly fine. So when the water must have came through the snout, I would just have to guess. That must have been the valve that was open, because that's what's full. Or, even if it was covered, there's a hole right there. So maybe water got, who knows, guys. This tractor, I know zero things about it except for that it is sitting here. And when you turn the steering wheel, nothing happens in the front. So there's that. At least it made its voyage to the farm here. So guys, like I said, with that, that's going to do it for me today. Thanks for coming for a ride. Thanks, Scott, for all your help as usual. I got my work cut out for me, guys, so I'm going to get after it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Don't quit! Don't quit! Don't quit! You don't quit on me! No! You keep going! You keep going! 10 more! Get more! Get more!